This is the Commodities, Scrap Metal, Recycling, and Economic Report, October 16, 2023. U.S. weekly raw steel production fell to 1.698 million tons, down 1.2% on a slowing U.S. industrial economy. The U.S. dollar versus other global currencies. When the U.S. dollar rises, most commodity prices fall. It rose to 106.5, near a one-year high, driven by higher than expected inflation. Higher inflation could mean higher interest rates that brings a higher dollar. WTI crude oil price rose to $87.88 a barrel on the Middle East fighting. Also on Iran threatening that militants that they support could expand the current fighting. The U.S. weekly oil rig count rose to 501. Higher prices are bringing higher production. The U.S. weekly oil production rose to 13.2 million barrels per day, the absolute highest in American history ever. That's outstanding news for the U.S. economy. Also, U.S. oil exports remain strong. Scrap steel number one HMS price was steady at $330 a gross ton. Supply and demand are mostly in balance. Hot rolled coil steel price rose to $36.67 a hundredweight, which is $7.33 a ton, as steel mills are working to increase profitability. Copper price fell to $3.57 a pound, near a 4-month low. This is on the higher U.S. dollar, but some positive China demand forecasts remain. Aluminum price fell to 99 cents a pound, which is $21.92 a metric ton on the same higher U.S. dollar, but as China continued slowing their production expansions. China's September trade surplus grew versus August to $77.1 billion, but below last September. Exports fell 6.2% versus last year, and imports declined the same 6.2%. Sadly, the surplus with the U.S. grew from August to $33.2 billion from $33.1 billion. U.S. October U of M Consumer Sentiment Index fell to 63, the lowest in 5 months. Inflation expectations rose to 3.8%, and assessment of personal finances fell. Also, a one-year business expectations fell, but long-term expectations were little changed. U.S. September core inflation, which excludes the volatile food and energy, fell to 4.1%, the lowest in 2 years, but well above the 2% target. Shelter rose, but new and used vehicles and food fell. Headline inflation, called total inflation for September, was steady at 3.7%. U.S. September NFIB Small Business Optimism Index decreased to 90.8. Inflation and labor quality were the top concerns. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 262 points to 33,670 as the slightly slowing U.S. economy is bringing hopes of lower interest rates. Also, the International Monetary Fund increased their global and U.S. growth forecast for 2024. To repeat last week's Bentley's message, need a new roll-off truck? Have an underutilized day cab? Save $200,000. Really save $200,000. Bentley's Super Mini roll-off trailer is only 25 feet 11 inches long, and when put behind a day cab, it's only 12 inches longer than a roll-off truck and carries more weight legally. An experienced driver can get into a tighter spot than a truck. Lastly, the price is only about $86,000 versus $290,000 or more for a new roll-off truck. This report is brought to you by Bentley roll-off trailers, gondola trailers, lugger trucks, and roll-off trailer parts. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.